Hello and welcome back to round 2 coverage from the 2023 Preserve Championship presented by Prodigy Disc. We're here with a great card. Ricky Wysocki is shredding again, and you're watching JomezPro with Nate Sexton, Jermey, Koling, and Paul Ulibarri.
Yeah, 22 under out of the first 27 holes for Ricky. That's with 2 bogeys. That's getting the good stuff done. 2 bogeys and 2 pars. That makes up for his entire stretch, the rest birdies and 1 eagle.
I don't like thinking about it.
It's
dizzying.
Nuts.
It's dizzying.
Dizzying. Evan Scott is the closest person right now, 5 back, and he has played 5 more holes than these guys have played. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yes. So Ricky's got some room to make even more strokes up. It's up to this card to try to battle back and keep him in check.
Imagine playing a 3 under front 9.
Nice.
Okay,
Nice
that's
front.
pretty good front.
Yeah.
And then
I'll
then
take
they
it.
say before the tournament, hey, you can only miss 9 holes. That's what the leader's going to be. He was going to miss 9 total,
You've already missed 6.
and you've missed 6, but you're 3 under. And you can only miss 3 more for 2 rounds.
2.5 rounds.
That's not 2.5. That's insanity. That's the level that we're playing on. This is a tough little hole here, though. Not little.
Well, tough isn't the word I would use. It's the second easiest hole on the course for the day, but it is a long hole. I'll give you that at 11:58.
Ooh, around the outside with the rolly.
Yeah,
Ricky's going to just cut off a good, clean 598, if not 627.
Yeah, look how far up that is.
That's in Eagle territory. And I don't think we officially gave Anthony Barella the shout out yesterday. You did mention that he went boomy sticks. He ended up being the only person with a 3 in round 1.
Wow.
It is eagleable.
Wow, even James likes it.
careful, though. There's those sticker bushes right in there.
And that
Still okay.
Those are mean.
Yeah, those purple things, you don't want to land in there.
natural bunker. Luke also likes around the outside. Does he land a roller? Or is this just an air shot?
Air.
And kind of hyzering out to the left side. Didn't quite get the turn on that one.
I think he just went right.
Yeah,
like right
it
into
turned.
the trees.
It did
yeah.
turn pretty
Oh,
good.
it did
I
turn.
think.
Too much turn.
We've got
Oh,
Garrett Gurthie getting it right, though.
my.
Garrett Gurthie getting it way right.
Jeez.
And not as in left or right, just correct.
He has to go for it.
Yeah,
from
he's
there.
got to go over.
It is a joy seeing this man throw a circle. He does it well. My apologies on that call. Yeah, overturn drive there for Luke. Just a forehand back into position. He is probably best case scenario playing for par now.
You think?
That's not, yeah.
Is that incorrect?
I think he's going over.
I think
from
he's
there.
got a chance to get to the green.
Best case scenario shouldn't have been said, but it's going to require a very long, very accurate third shot to get himself in the birdie range.
Eagle range.
Yeah, Ricky's got green light here.
Keep your height. There is OB.
I think he is gonna find it,
Oh no.
and that's gonna put him back there where that sidewalk crosses, I believe.
A little more height and he's home.
Yep.
Come on, G. There is a little more height under this one,
And this is gonna be
Gonna be
safely
left.
left. Yes.
but very long. Pin high, perhaps.
Yeah, nearly.
Wow. Jump putt.
Maybe a little floaty, soft run from there. Yeah, Luke is not as far away as
Yeah,
I
he's
thought
going
he
for
was.
the pin.
Yeah, that's
He's
for sure. This is
throwing a
also
mid-range.
going left, though.
Yeah, it's not the best shot he's ever thrown, but there's no way he's like out of range.
Yeah, no, not at all. Maybe at some point I will get Luke's call correct on this hole. I don't know if it will happen,
You've
but I will
got-
keep trying.
The sun is very low. Oh, James takes a little slip.
His body just broke. It was
Just
kind of
fell
a
down.
soft collapse. I mean, you got to be careful. It's kind of hot outside. Drink that water. Ricky was just trying to go eagle to get it to just the most ridiculous. He would have been 24 under through 28 holes.
I mean, it's like, I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but I kind of feel like that's like almost a tournament ender. Like if he just is like,
Yeah,
oh,
sure.
now I'm going to eagle
Yeah.
this. I'm up by 9.
Right.
I think the field can breathe a little sigh of relief that he goes OB and he's going to take a par here. At least make things a little interesting.
Yeah.
Let some guys get up, make a little move on him.
Luke just behind the basket on that long birdie bid, and James Conrad is picking up the first stroke on Ricky in a long time, since hole 1. No harm, no foul there for Ricky, unless he considers a par a foul.
I mean, he certainly understood the risks, took the big risk, rolled the dice on that eagle bid. He had the easiest birdie ever if he wanted it.
I wonder how far away he was. I mean, the roller, he probably had 550 to the pin.
You think? I would guess even a little less.
Yeah, maybe less.
Because he didn't really throw like a big flip, and I know he's got a ton of power, but my guess is like more in the 490 range.
Wow.
Area.
No threes in round 2, so Anthony Barella remains our only eagle.
On to one of the signature holes on the property, hole 11, par 3, 335, up the big wall. Island green here. Right side short is OB. Obviously, water's OB, OB long, OB right up here on the path. Lots of places to make mistakes. If you do go OB, you go to the FPO tee pad as your drop zone. James is looking fantastic here. Does it slow down?
Straight.
Needs to slow down a bit. That's a scary putt.
Yeah, that is a quick, scary putt.
40 to 45 feet.
Ideally, though, that's kind of what you want to do. That the miss is long and straight. Garrett going with his rock 3, I believe. This is looking pretty good.
Does he have the legs? Oh, yeah, I guess he does.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Drawing band and flag, I believe,
Yeah.
right there. Just a few inches high of the ace. That was fantastic.
One more look, please.
I like how he gets it stalling. Stalling, kind of, now it's going to drop.
Oh, just not enough drop. So close.
Nice to have a flag stick. That thing might have shot pretty good if it was just a normal top.
Could you imagine skipping off and going OB? Because then you only advance about right where that green drop zone is.
Yep. Rick up next.
Oh, no.
Pretty wide. This is...
Oh, that's terrible. Is that going to be that's safe on the short side? It's
what
so
a
short.
Kick.
That's actually a really good break for Ricky.
If that hits and falls, OB all day. But
Guaranteed
he takes
bogey.
that big left kick. He's going to avoid going to the drop zone. He's actually going to have, probably 100.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to look at it, but I mean, it saves him a stroke for sure. And Luke basing it. Beautiful
nice.
shot.
I like that mid-range play coming in there. You see a lot of different kind of strokes, but mid-range seems to be the best.
I saw somebody, I don't know who. I was on the combined hole where you're kind of walking back past this green. I saw a drive come in, hit the
those.
base, and roll over.
Oh, that's just heartbreaking. Those were pretty identical until the very last little bit for Luke and Garrett. Look, Ricky's all the way to the front edge. You really couldn't place it in a better spot.
Yeah, wow.
No.
Come on.
Oh, come on, Ricky. No way.
Longest raptor legs in history. He's got to go backwards 200. This
How
could be
many
a
of the-
400-foot raptor run.
How many of these has he made in his career? He's still doing it.
Look at him go.
I love this. Who's made longer putts throughout their career than Ricky Wysocki?
There isn't anyone.
I don't think there's one person. Look at this guy on the signature hole where people just stack up to watch this moment.
How is that a deuce? that drive. Like, how has he got a birdie for that?
That's insane. Yeah, let's slow-mo's that one.
That drive is a straight up shank. And this is not a shank. That is a perfect putt from
Total
100 feet.
Who knows their putters that well that they can trust that type of width and just come in the heart? Ricky Wysocki, man, what a special player. Now James has to follow that one with a scary 50-footer himself.
Oh, nice.
And we're just going to walk away with a star frame? Who would have thunk?
Sweet putt.
Not to be big putted. James Conrad, right in the center.
Imagine being you're coming out to watch disc golf. You find this hole. You sit down.
Yeah.
Oh.
Lead card finally comes. Ricky throws it in the woods, and you're like, really? That's
what we were waiting for.
Well, just think, you've probably seen so many dinky donk putts on this green.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
you finally get the lead group coming by and they deliver the fireworks.
That's awesome.
freaking awesome.
That's why you come and watch live sports, folks. That right there for those moments. James Conrad now 5 in a row, starting to get things really going in the right direction.
yeah, only down by 4.
Yeah.
That's
And what I like about it,
Strikeable.
down 4 on the lead card.
Yeah,
you know,
of course,
he is the one player right now that has the power to keep Ricky in check.
not doing a very good job.
Yeah, he's doing his best, but
Doing a lot better than I am.
Hole 12, par 4, 760. This is a tough get on the course. It really is. Throw your disc as far as you can straight. Let it fade left. Low ceiling, couple trees you can hit. And then you really have a tough angle coming into the green where height is a big time factor. You
I
really
love the
gotta
ceiling.
you really got to get your perfect drift, perfect angle to get over that hill.
That's a nice drive for James, I think.
right there on the golf green, that's a good landing zone.
See, this might have the nice skip left. This could be an all-timer, but no skip at all.
Oh, man.
If that jumps down into that shade,
Yep.
that's the garden spot. That's really as good as you can do.
And Ricky,
Ooh.
early tree.
Okay, opportunity for James. There is no birdie from there for Ricky.
Luke just a bit off. Also going to be in scramble mode, but Ricky in a really tough scramble. Early left,
Wow.
it's very hard to get to the spot, but Ricky has indeed gotten to the spot you really are looking to get to.
Still got work to do, but par is savable. This looks aggressive. If this can hurry up and get left, stay out of those stinging nettles.
Yeah, the stinging nettle on the right side of this second part is brutal. I mean, it is a full-on 100-foot square patch.
I think you like that kick if you're Luke, staying out of there. Oh,
Look at that.
what are you doing? That was amazing. Low laser.
The line, the height,
God,
the
yes, show
commitment,
me again.
everything.
Look at this thing. Over that berm with the backhand.
That is quite literally poetry in motion. That is just beautiful.
Incredible shot.
What's incredible about it, too, is he did it with a mid-range. Like, very easy
Yeah.
to do it with a driver, flex it over to keep the height. He has to juice that mid-range perfectly.
Garrett, great drive, backed up with an errant approach.
Okay, this is not the easiest shot for Rick. James likely to make birdie.
I like that, though. Play the wide skip. It doesn't necessarily get you all the way back to the pin, but it's the widest gap there, playing the odds,
Yeah,
trusting the putter.
Yeah, I would do that too if I was Rick. I think that putter has earned
Yeah.
some trust.
The freedom of being able to not... Oh, look at that. Garrett,
He hit the koozie somehow.
how do you hit the koozie in this hole?
Hard to do.
But yeah, not having to put too much pressure on yourself to get one close, get near the pin, like your chances. And Luke, after the early drive, he's put himself in bullseye for the par. Good scramble. Yeah.
Good save.
Not an easy 4 to walk away with an early left kick.
One of the tougher birdies to get on the course, too. Like, par's fine.
Third hardest hole in the course, averaging just below par, and that is what James is right now. He is below par. 6 consecutive birdies, starting to cut into that Ricky Wysocki lead.
Love to see it. Give us a battle, James.
I mean, James right now, what is he? He's 20 under through 30 holes? Or 31? Pretty incredible stuff. No bogeys.
Miss more than 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, miss more than 9.
Yeah,
He's going to need a couple leagues.
Yeah, it's going to
Silver medal. Silver medal, but it's a hard-earned silver medal.
way too early to call that, of course.
One of the great things about the feedback is that it's for all skill levels. I'm really excited about this new disc in my lineup. Go check it out at prodigydisc.com.
Hole 13, par 3, 348 straight away. A little bit of a dip here and then back up to the green. The bark chips do a pretty good job of slowing the disc down if you can hit into that front hillside just short of the basket. If you don't do that though, pretty severe drop off down to the river behind. Not much danger of out of bounds, but a tricky putt from back there. Okay, James looking to keep it going. This looks absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
If he can throw the mid-range on the last hole through that, with all that, how difficult that was,
This looks like throwing disc through the Grand Canyon.
Mm-hmm.
I bet I could hit the Grand Canyon.
I missed, what was it, Niagara Falls. I threw a mini.
Oh my
Jerm
God.
there.
I was with him. It's
not as big as the Grand Canyon. You don't need to be that embarrassed.
No.
Rick's getting a little...
I forgot about that.
Getting away from Rick a little, but he gets away with it.
Does he?
It's gonna be tricky.
It's so steep right there, and those trees are problematic.
Yeah, he's potentially right behind him with the really elevated putt. And this is gonna be a layup, I would think. You're not really gonna go after it from over there. Or are you?
And for anyone thinking that Paul was polluting, it was a cracker. It wasn't a mini. It was a cracker, but he was on the bridge to go to Canada, and he missed the Niagara Falls somehow.
Oh, just left for Rick. James is making a game out of this.
That might be the first miss in the circle for Ricky. I think that did stay inside C1.
Sounds plausible to me.
Yeah. Not an easy putt, but...
Not all C1s are created equal.
And they are now equal on the round at 8 under apiece. As Ricky has found, I mean, back-to-back pars is a certified lull for Ricky thus far in the tournament with the pace that he has put on, and all of a sudden, it is, 2 strokes? That happened pretty quick.
Yeah.
This next stretch, though, this is where rounds go from being good to really, really good, or good to really bad. If you do not capitalize on the opportunities that you have on these final 5 holes, you can lose a lot of strokes. Hole 14 is a tough par 5. It is the second hardest hole on the course, 5.14 average, big forehand off the tee, or a low backhand turnover, most likely coming up for James, setting up a long second shot. Third shots are usually in the range of 400 to 350 feet going up that hill to a very tough green. And
oh man,
that all but ends the birdie run.
Yeah, what do you think he does pitch up from there?
I think you go to the top, to the end of this fairway, and then you just play it as if it's a par 4 from there.
I think that makes sense.
Because Garrett Gurthie was a nice backhand drive.
It was a great kick to kick James.
Yeah.
To the left, though.
Yeah, at least he can see what he's doing with that next shot.
Ricky has gotten all of this forehand hyzer. That is in the sweet spot.
Yeah, if you have the forehand going forehand is really good on this hole, because then you take the left side OB completely out of play. This one's turned over a bit. In the middle, he'll have that same option of what James will have here.
Okay, how aggressive are we getting here, James?
That's his fast disc.
Pretty aggressive.
Whoa.
I don't understand it.
I don't either. That is playing with all sorts of... I didn't think birdie was still in play. I think James didn't agree with that.
Yeah, that has to be the calculus, right? He's got to be thinking, I can still make birdie somehow. but I think bogey has been brought firmly to the front of the line at this point. We'll see what he can do from over there. That rough on the right can be really, really bad.
Look at this line from Garrett, trussing it out wide right, flexing back to the middle. And
Man.
when I said 400 to 350 for most people, Garrett's going to be in that like 260 range.
Yeah, that's the farthest I've seen anybody up
He
there.
might even be shorter than that.
That is so far down the fairway. Ricky with a big bomb forehand off the tee. Another good hyzer
Is this going to
second.
dig?
Look
Yes.
how short that is from Garrett's. That's the whole point of the setup there, is that's how you see the hole played. If someone's playing it well.
James got away with it. Just the fact that he's in sunlight right now. I mean, this could have been so much worse. He's not going to pay a price at all.
No,
This
and
is-
in the end, maybe the right decision, considering he got a lot farther down the fairway.
maybe. I mean, yeah, considering the break he got there, I think that rough could have been much more difficult for him.
Well, look
but
at where
Luke didn't look
Luke
like he
is.
was in nearly as much danger, and he had a much worse lie.
yeah,
And he will be up next in that 350 range. This is a good angle. Luke's got nice release. That is for sure. And
Ooh.
what a wonderful save.
sweet shot. There is a big hill right behind this
Yes,
basket.
there
It
is.
a difficult approach to stick.
Ricky trusting the width, needs to slow down coming into the green. And
You see that a lot, where
Yep.
you're just kind of 30 and kind of kicking yourself for leaving it that short. That
But
hillside is in the heads of most players.
if you get the distance wrong by an inch on this green, your disc will race to 40 feet in a blink of an eye.
Nice shot from James, and that's a great recovery after that drive.
Wow, geez, Garrett is so far down this fair. Yeah, I think you're
Yeah,
right, Paul. This is
yeah.
like in the 220 range.
Yeah, I mean, he barely threw that.
Jeez, man. It's hard to fathom getting that far down the fairway in 2 shots.
Ricky for birdie.
So good.
Great putt with the hill behind. Going to get another stroke in the pocket in that battle against James.
That action on the putt was just ideal. Minimal up and down action. So good. Garrett also playing the hole just to perfection. I guess perfection would have meant that he would have not had to make a putt outside the bullseye after those 2 shots, but still walking away with the intended score. And Luke and Conrad coming off with quite nice saves. That could have gotten ugly quick.
Nice streak there from Conrad, ending with a par there, but pretty good par. You're not really that mad about a par.
No,
on that
I mean,
hole. I don't think anybody
Second hardest hole in the course.
Looking at 15, par 4, 738 feet. Mandatory left through this low ceiling gap, and then up and over this berm can be difficult for people. You have to test that height coming through there to clear that and get into the flat ground. Then you've got your option of approaches, forehand side around the left of the tree, or more commonly, big wide backhand. Try and just stop it on this hill. Give yourself a short birdie putt. Garrett not looking for too much turnover here. I think that's smart. Just going to power through. I don't think the long grass is going to bother him at all. He's going to be wide open, hyzer from there. Good spot to get the disc.
Yeah, probably in the 400-foot range.
This is the play if you got it. Just pushes down the fairway, makes the hole so much shorter than throwing straight, hyzering out left, and then you have more distance. Garrett doesn't have that problem, but other people might. Let's see if James can turn something.
His body.
He put a little turn on this.
Not a lot, though. This is going to leave a pretty far shot. In high grass, it's tough to get the right run up.
Yeah, especially for him. You know, he wants to get his body into the throw.
Yeah, that's going to be at least 440.
Yeah, I think the high grass bunker is more of a bunker for James than it is for Garrett. Garrett can get that motion with his upper body, slower leg pace.
That's a great drive. Oh, wow.
That is a large thing in the grass to find. James really relying on the upper body strength there. And yeah.
Perfect. That was so good.
A lot of times when you have to overcompensate with the upper body strength, you end up yanking or short arming. James nailing the timing, as does Garrett.
Looks a bit heavy on the hyzer, yeah. Circle's edge. Maybe a little farther than circle's edge.
I think it's a little tricky to get that disc to stop with the backhand hyzer going down that slope by the pin.
It's I think the best play is something that's just continuously flipping up the whole way, or a spike hyzer. Those middle grade hyzers tend to get really fast when they hit this hillside. Ricky going to be up first, just outside C1 again. And another opportunity here for James. I've been impressed by watching Luke today. It hasn't been a super stellar performance by his part. I'm sure that he is holding himself to the standard of yesterday's very good round. But, I think that he's done very well to keep himself composed, and he's gotten a lot of birdies too.
He's 17 under through 15 holes of the second round. Like, that's a good pace.
Yeah, it certainly
He's
is.
just getting absolutely punished by James and
Couple players, yeah.
Wysocki, yeah. I mean, Garrett 18 under through 2 rounds with
Yeah.
a few holes. Like, they could easily get to 20 under, and 20 under ain't that good.
Easily. I would expect them to make it there with the holes that are left.
That's 10 down. 10 down.
yeah,
It's really good golf.
it is.
But really good golf doesn't win you disc golf tournaments on the Pro Tour. Great golf does.
Mm-hmm. On to 16, 402 feet with the little knoll that the basket is on. You have to really watch your angle, watch your speed, try to duck it under this tree on the right with the right-hand hyzer. Hopefully hit on the upslope to take some of the energy out of the skip. It's kind of a subtle and tricky little shot.
Getting a lift. Does it get
And
the... That's a good roll, though.
Good roll, yeah.
Yeah.
Curling back to the hillside, not
He was
away.
probably closer where he spiked in there, and then he ended up being a little farther away, but a lot of those just go straight right and leave you up 40.
I think any player, if you told him you could be 26 feet away from this pin on this hole, I don't care how you take it, you'd love it, just because this hillside can do a lot of this stuff right there. It's so interesting how many holes on this course kind of give you the same type of distance in, and yet it remains pretty tricky.
Yeah, I would say, how Uli was saying how he probably hit a little closer and rolled out. I think that's kind of this hole in a nutshell. It's like pretty rare to end up closer than you hit, right? No matter where you land the thing, it's going to trickle, skip, roll. Something's going to happen. And
Just
you're going
like
to be
you saw from Luke, he spiked in, stayed exactly where he was, didn't move closer.
really high.
Rick really relying on the spike, and instead he gets good-ish
I think
tree
that
action.
maybe
that's
helped.
good.
Yeah.
I think it's the same with the first
man.
round.
This is a tough putt. And Ricky off the
Ooh.
right side for a second straight time. He's going to have back-to-back pars for the second time in the last 5 holes.
Big putt here. Oh, yeah.
Center. Yeah, I think I remember Ricky hitting the tree and just parking it. But definitely high, moving left.
Yep.
Let's see if he can make that adjustment for the third round.
If he's on the lead card.
Yeah.
Garrett's having himself a back nine.
Yeah, he is.
And Luke, Garrett, and James all taking a stroke apiece on the last 2 holes on Ricky.
And James is back only 1. This is a battle for the ages.
Yeah, this is good stuff, bro.
The numbers these guys are putting up. (24-23) Heimberg.
Ooh.
11 under with 18 to play. So
opportunity for 13 under.
13 under in danger. That could bring him back into the conversation.
Yeah, I mean, if with the eagle there, that would bring him to 23. Is that right? So he would be 1 back with.
Yeah. But these guys are still going to go lower.
These guys have an opportunity to get 3 more under par in the last 2 holes, 17 being the shortest hole on the course. Yeah. Yes.
Yes, must be.
I think this is my favorite hole come final day for the lead card. Because it's usually pretty tight, and you always see somebody miss it.
A little nervy.
Yeah, this one will, if you have any nerves, this one
brings
will
you back to
expose you.
This is like the original park golf that most of these guys started playing, you know? This is like, most of us had a hole that was tight-wooded like this in some shape or form. James and Garrett both coming up a bit short. A very common miss on this hole is short because of this low left side ceiling.
And there's OB just long, just right.
Correct.
I mean, short is a nice, safe spot to be. If you can throw it 20 short, I think most guys are pretty happy with that spot.
That looks pretty ideal.
Yeah,
just short of the bullseye. Never in any danger whatsoever. Right down the middle.
Outside the circle.
And unfortunately, James cannot step into Isaac's office.
Oh, no. That could go OB.
Yeah, it can. And more importantly,
I think he stayed safe.
he's going to have a trickier putt, I think, coming back the second time here for the par.
It's the second time he's done that. He did it on the front 9, too. Little 3 putt. Nope.
No,
Cleans it right up.
that's right.
I mean, look at the streak that Garrett's on, kind of pulling himself into the
Yes, he
conversation.
is.
He certainly is, yeah. If Ricky and James fail to eagle the last hole and Garrett does eagle, then he'll be right there in the conversation.
Bringing himself to only 5 back again.
Let's see if we get our answer here as to Heimberg's performance on that 18th.
There's your answer.
It was eagled.
There's your answer.
23, 13 under on the day.
And Nicholas Gill had the fire emoji for a moment with his 12 under round from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I had the pleasure of playing with him first round, and it took me about 9 holes to realize this dude's a gamer. So not surprised to see him back up his 9 under first round performance with a 12 under. Good stuff for him.
Hole 18, I mean, we know what this is all about. These guys need to clear the water as far as they can and then see if they can stick that green for the Eagle 3.
Garrett getting some turn
This is so far.
and getting some distance. Yes. Not only is it far, the angle is incredible.
Yeah.
That was over water 90% of the flight.
Such an aggressive line.
That is such a relieving feeling, seeing that disc cross over that last bank.
Ooh, very safe.
Ooh, heavy on the anhyzer, though.
So Ricky's going to be quite a far way back,
Still
not out of his range.
Still in play for the Eagle, I think, but not nearly as big as Garrett's. Does this flip? I don't think enough. I think that's going to be a little pinched.
Yeah. You can't really go hyzer from that angle, I don't believe. There is a skinny, narrow anhyzer gap that's probably in the 460 range for where James is at. Be decision time. I don't know if he's going to go for the eagle or not, but it's not going to be an easy second shot if he does play for the eagle. And same for Luke here. That is too long and left to have the hyzer play, but we'll see what they end up going with.
I think they're both going to try to go over, honestly.
Yeah, it looks like James still has the angle. Makes the shot a little longer because he can't play any flip up, but this looks to have legs.
Yeah, it was kind of gradually.
Oh, no way. Short, huh? Short of the sand pit. I thought that had enough, but that's the difference. You get over there, you can't get it flat. That shot is effectively much longer, and he's going to pay with the OB. We'll see where they spot him.
Ricky spiking in the circle.
Wow.
That is a long hyzer.
Man, that's a high angle to be able to carry that much distance from where Ricky was.
So Luke does go hyzer. This is also in danger of doing what James did.
Yeah. And it does.
The angle, just to avoid the trees there at that corner, you have to go wider than you'd like, and it makes that hyzer distance so hard to carry.
Do you guys think they're going to get a spot on the far side, or are they going to be short?
I don't know, but Garrett's spike hyzer approach has put him in the sand pit. That could be in circle, maybe just short of circle. Yep, short of the water here for James, and he's playing provisional.
Smartly done.
Really good. Luke not playing a provisional. This is just his actual play.
Beautiful shot.
Yeah.
Good recovery. I mean, anytime he really faced adversity today, I feel like he did a great job of calming any nerves that there may have been. So is this also provisional, or did they say he crossed?
We don't know yet.
I'm pretty sure they said he ended up crossing up there.
Okay, so that opportunity was for the birdie for James.
He almost made it.
That is about the most upset I've ever seen James for a missed putt. Knowing that he potentially is in danger of losing 2 shots to Ricky right here with the look for the eagle. Wow. 4 under on the hole for Rick.
27 under through 36 with 2 bogeys.
And that's going to push him to 4-stroke lead over Calvin and Conrad.
That's a big lead. The way he's playing, that's a big old lead.
Yeah, you talk about the 9 pars thing. That's essentially, if you take the bogeys out and you just talk about score to perfect score, he has 9 pars through 36 holes. And that's incredible pace.
Yeah. Great performance by everybody here today, though. We got to see some awesome shots we're accustomed to with Garrett Gurthie. Some new things from Luke Taylor.
Yeah, awesome to see a new face on the scene. And there's just so many of them. And we're going to get a new one tomorrow with Nicholas Gill. Calvin Heimberg, new to our league card this weekend. Or was he on feature card first round?
He's just a rig.
Yeah, he's just, I'm just kidding. I don't even know why I said that. It's just your usual suspects going into the final round.
He's on here as much as you. Well, I don't know about Sexton, though.
He's on here more than me.
I think he is on here.
He's on here more than me, yeah.
That's funny stuff. Ricky going to carry a 4-shot lead over Heimberg and Conrad. And Nicholas Gill, very cool to see. 6 strokes back. That is impressive with the pace that Ricky has put forth so far.
I think, Nate, you hit it on the head when you were talking about Ricky with the putter stroke early, how he was parking everything and then he just, I'll just decide to make everything outside the circle. And not only that, then he goes bogey free this round. It looked like he struggled a little bit on the back nine, but to be able to patch it all up, 4-stroke lead, I mean, jeez.
And you just, if you're playing against Ricky tomorrow coming down the stretch, like, I can hardly imagine a world where he doesn't take the eagle. Like, that's the way he's going right now. It just seems like the dude's going to eagle that last one. So you don't have that hope, really, to try to pull back on him. You're going to have to bring the heat to make this thing interesting. It's going to need a hot start from one of the other guys on our lead card. Ricky's been playing fantastic. All the guys at 20 under or better are playing fantastic, in my opinion. And we're going to have a good one for round 3 from the Preserve.